It was grounding.
Because Claire does give, like, Alli actually does kind of follow Claire's advice.
Yeah.
Claire's like, just have him meet your parents. And she does, but she freaked out. And then she's like, be honest with your parents and try again. And she's like, okay, I will. And guess what? It works out because this is the smallest meat and potatoes plotline ever.
Yeah. It's the least important thing
Moral
that happened.
of the episode.
Moral of the episode. Oh boy. Well, because there's not one consistent moral, I think we got to break it down into each of the parts.
Okay.
So let's start most boring to least boring. Most boring, Alli and whatever's faces.
Alli is learn to trust the people you care about.
Yeah.
Trust your parents.
Yeah.
Because they've done just as much growing as she has in this show. They're probably the
Don't lie about your boyfriend.
They're probably the parents we've seen the most of. Like, I feel like we don't see parents too much, but ever since like Emma graduated and we see Spike and Snake less as main characters, these parents, the Bendaris, we've been seeing a lot more essentially focused, and they've grown a lot too. So she needs to trust her boyfriend.
Sing it, sister.
Even though her boyfriend is Dave.
Yeah.
Just trust your parents, trust your boyfriends, and learn that like they can, like, she and her parents have gone through so much. This is something that they can deal with together.
Yeah, truth.
What would the Holy J moral be?
Understand things from other people's point of view. Like, even though your life is hard, other people's lives can be hard as well. Or alternatively, money is the answer.
Yeah.
And maybe it's time for Canada to start, looking into private healthcare systems. Seems like the one-payer system wasn't working that great, and a magical $20,000 got the wheels moving a little bit faster. Just gonna say that much. Thanks, America.
That's the thing. So the plotline starts out so great. Like, guess what? Holly J, you may be dying, but guess what? The world keeps turning, and you can't ask people to just give up their entire livelihood just to suit your needs. Like, life is complicated. There are gray areas, and the Degrassi's writers are like, I don't know how we should end this with it being a happy ending within a 2-episode arc, and they were like, just throw money at it.
Yeah.
Completely invalidating the depth and emotion of the fucking plotline they set up.
Yeah.
They're like, oh wait, but Holly J has a rich friend. So
it's a very American solution to the healthcare issue. Oh, there's a problem that I don't have access? Let's throw it at least $20,000 at the situation and see if that makes it better.
Fucking Teen Nick
was
like, none of this shit.
Yeah. Teach them the real meaning of healthcare. Okay, and then the most exciting one, Fight Club, Taylor Lautner, Drew Torres, I remembered his name, and the girl.
Go to therapy?
Yeah.
For traumatic events?
Number 1, go to therapy. Number 2, violence is okay if you do it with your girlfriend in a controlled setting after you let out your steam on Edward Norton in a dangerous cage.
The moral is, talk about your problems.
Yeah.
Don't just bottle it up inside. And like at a point, Drew goes, I feel strong. Feeling scared is weak. And Katie's like, no. And I'm like, amazing.
No, show your pecs again, but no.
Yeah, so
I'm definitely not into you being violent. No.
Don't be afraid of your feelings. It is much more brave to admit you're scared than it is to like throw yourself into self-sabotaging danger.
Okay, also I need to bring up one last thing about Alli and
Dave.
He's literally he's a wet piece of toast. Like, I don't remember this person.
This is not the first time that Degrassi has introduced a black teenage boy as a main character and then give him the most forgettable and who gives a shit lines.
There was one thing in his interaction with the parents, and like one of the things that he didn't like is he's not a tea drinker and he doesn't like tea, and he's like, the second time around he like refuses the tea. Motherfuckers, just take a cup of tea. I don't like tea that much either, but if like,
it's not being polite.
Yeah, just sip it and leave it half empty. Like, it's fucking tea. It's not that big of a deal, dude. Move on. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just needed to get that out there.
I get it, Dave. You want to be like true to yourself.
No, like, I don't get it at all.
Have good manners.
You can be yourself and just like accept something that someone has already made for you.
Here's a hot tip
Yeah.
My mom would drop on us, "Oh, no thank you, I do not care for that." Like, or just say, "Oh, thank you so much for the offer. Could I have water?" Like,
see, I even disagree with that. Just take the fucking tea and sit there.
I'm just saying that if you have to refuse, there are more tactful ways of sitting silent and Allie going, no, Mom, tea's not his thing. Whatever.
Barf.
Yeah, and I don't like tea either, but when offered from someone who's hosting me in their home, I'll choke that shit down.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I don't like watery tea leaves either, Dave, but you fucking suck it up.
If it's hot, blow on it a little bit. Come on.
Yeah. So yeah. Grapevine? Yeah, let's do Grapevine. So we have some tweets. Kelsey,
Grapevine.
Kelsey, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. This tweet is from Caroline_Oreo, which I came across and I enjoyed greatly. Shrek is a cautionary tale about how dating ugly, musty men, because it's what's on the inside that counts, will make you ugly and musty as well. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And a picture of Reba McEntire with a corn dog, kind of like, cheersing it.
Super relevant to Degrassi. Thanks.
Oh my God.
Katie
Yeah.
Oreo.
Yeah. Thanks Caroline Oreo for sending that one in.
Yeah.
It's very accurate, especially when we, kind of consider the relationship dynamics going on here. I would say very specifically with Drew. Drew is not ugly or musty, but his insides need some work. Mm-hmm. And I feel he's going to lead Newspaper Girl down a bad path.
Yeah.
Watch yourself. Just because you like some characteristics of someone doesn't make the bad ones go away.
Just because he's pretty.
And you'll start taking those on, too. And then same with Dave. I mean, Dave's like a soggy piece of bread. And, like, Allie's got stuff going on with her life. Don't quit science camp for some fucking dude that wears a headphones shirt. Ew.
Dave is not worth giving up important things.
Yeah, you go to Ottawa, girl. You do science camp.
Seriously. Okay. And then mine is a tweet that says Pop-Tarts are ravioli. So thank you. Thank you for that, Panthers.
Thank you for your bravery.
Yeah.
For not being afraid to stand up to the man.
Yeah. Great. So, I think that's going to be it for us. If you would like to be featured on a future Grapevine on an episode, you can tweet at us at DegrassiPod. We're on Instagram at DegrassiPod. Or you can email at us at whateverittakes@gmail.com. We're on Tumblr at tumblr.whateverittakes@tumblr.com. And if you rate and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, you will leave a review. We will do a fan fiction with shipping you with another Degrassi character live on the show. And if you are outside of the U.S., you can leave us a review and then take a screen cap of that and then email it to us, and we will still get you your fan fiction.
Hell yeah.
And what are you going to recommend to the Panthers today, Kelsey?
I think I am going to recommend... I'm still not over Lord's album Melodrama. Mm-hmm. I know it came out a while ago, but that song Liability just has really been getting to me lately. Mm-hmm. I've never been a Grammy-winning 17-year-old girl before, but she makes it so relatable. And there's a song about, like, people using her as a toy, and then they just throw her away when they're bored of her, and that just really speaks to me. Yeah. Lord's a really special girl.
I think pop music really excels when it gets to the heart of what really is relatable to everyone.
Yeah.
Which is, like, Lord just went through her first ever heartbreak, and like how Carly Rae Jepsen's Emotion perfectly encapsulates, like, every single song is like a different version of, like, a different part of a relationship, and it hits so real.
Yeah, so absolutely. Good.
I'm going to recommend the Avalanches album that came out last year.
Yes.
I love the Avalanches. It took them 15 years to put out another album because they got caught up with legal troubles. So I'll just recommend both Avalanches albums. They're both on Spotify. The first album is amazing, but they used over 200 samples back in 2001, and so they got sued to hell. So they had to wait for that to calm down before putting out another full album.
Yeah.
Like, they put out, like, remixes and stuff occasionally. But the new album is so good. And I just keep listening to the Frankie Sinatra song.
Oh, God, that one is so good.
So good.
And it was, like, Danny Brown on that track was, like, the perfect guest rapper to put in there.
Mm-hmm.
He, like, it's just, like, this really cartoony kind of...
His voice is, like, the perfect vibe.
Circusy almost, I want to say, is, like, the beat going on. And then he has this, like, really kind of wild, you know, loud party... I don't know. It's great.
It reminds me of the You Shit Posted in the Wrong Neighborhood track. The one that H3H3 sometimes plays, which is just the Eminem song, but it's over a different beat. The 3 to the 1 to the 1 to
yes.
the 1. It's like we finally got a full-length version of that in that song.
It was great.
It's perfect.
Those album names, by the way, are Since I Left You's the old one, and then Wildflower is the new one.
Yeah.
By the Avalanches. Check them out.
So the thing about Since I Left You, before it was on Spotify, the only way you could get it was physically buying a CD because it's not on American iTunes.
Because they're Australian, right?
They're Australian, and I think all the legal stuff, you could only get it if you had So I physically have that copy.
Yeah.
And I listen to that album all the time.
It's amazing. They splice together, like we were saying, hundreds and hundreds of vinyl albums together to, like, make this really interesting sound. Very into it. It's a good recommendation.
And it's sort of like Sgt. Pepper's, in which every single song seamlessly flows into the next one.
Yeah.
And if you want to follow us on social media, I am Allegra Baker at ALLEGRABAKER. And Kelsey?
Yeah, I deleted all my social media. Also funny how you're using your sister's name for your...
I just verbally said my own name and my Twitter.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to say me, Kelsey. I have a new social media handle, which is 2 Horses Kissing.
Like numeral 2.
Yeah, it's the number, not TWO. 2 Horses Kissing. And then that's the same for 2horseskissing.tumblr.com if you're into Tumblr.
I don't have a Tumblr. It's fake news if you feel like I do, because I don't.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So that's all we have for you today. Bye, Panthers.
Bye, Panthers.
Okay, Cole.
Yeah.
This season begins with Drew dating this bad girl called Bianca. Bianca apparently used to date this gang member, and he finds her at a concert. Guess what concert? Oh, shit, what the fuck was her name?
Avril Lavigne.
No, even less relevant. Keke Palmer.
Keke Palmer?
Keke Palmer was a guest star. Exactly.
God, I've heard that name before.
Yeah. So at a Keke Palmer concert, this gang member finds Bianca, tries to rape her.
Oh my
Drew
God!
Jumps in.
Whoa!
And the gang member starts beating the shit out of Drew. So Bianca finds a big old alley rock, bashes the gang member's head in, and he dies.
Oh, you weren't kidding about the part where she murders someone.
Bianca murders someone
because
for self-defense. But instead of immediately going to the police, they think they can just pretend not to know. But Dave's dad is a cop. So after a bunch of but Bianca has a record, so she will like go for real adult jail if she gets caught again. So Drew takes the fall for her. They rule it in self-defense, so he gets to go back to school. But he breaks up with Bianca because it's just too much.
Because of a sensible human choice.
Yeah.
Wow.
But another gang member knew it was them, so he started blackmailing Drew, and that's why they beat the shit out of him. Because they wanted Drew to like sell drugs or something, or kill a cop. I don't know. They wanted him to kill someone. They gave him a gun. They wanted him to kill someone. So Drew's kind of been dealing with the aftermath of that. They showed him going to therapy at one point, but I guess that
didn't work
happening anymore. I don't know. And at one point his mom is like, maybe we should change schools, maybe we should move to Boston. And Adam's like, hi, we moved to Degrassi because people weren't cool with me, but I have friends here and I like it here. Don't I hate a say in this? But because Drew,
so fair, because
Drew is like, nah, JK, I'll stick with Degrassi because I got Fight Club now. Adam's life doesn't get uprooted. Drew is clearly the golden child for no reason, because his mom has got him doing mushrooms and shit.